Today, we will be talking about the mechanism of twinning and what occurs in the womb from the moment of fertilization to early fetal development. As with most embryological mechanisms, it all starts with fertilization. After ejaculation, the sperm travels through the uterus and up the fallopian tube to meet up with the ovulated egg to initiate fertilization. In the case of monozygotic twinning, one sperm fertilizes one egg. Here we can see three distinct methods of forming monozygotic twins. In the first instance, the first division yields two completely separate blastomeres, further leading to two hatched blastocysts. These go on to develop separate amnions but end up sharing the same placenta. In the case that the first two blastomeres don't separate, it is the inner mast cells that determine the type of monozygotic twinning that occurs. The most common form of monozygotic twinning is when a single blastocyst has two distinct inner mast cells composed of the same progenitor cells. These develop separate fetuses and end up sharing an amnion and placenta, but are divided so they can develop separately. Finally, in the case that the inner mast cells don't completely separate or are joined by a few cells, the instance of conjoined twinning becomes a possibility. In this case, the inner mast cells still divide their progenitor cells and develop into two separate fetuses, but since some cells are connected, there could be difficulty in differentiation between the two fetuses. This can lead to a wide variety of bridging, leading to difficulties in life or the need for surgical separation. Shown here are different methods of conjoining. Depending on the severity of bridging, quality of life could be diminished, but thanks to medical advances, surgical separation is becoming more commonplace. Here we can see another instance of twinning, albeit a less common method. Shown are two ovulated eggs traveling down their fallopian tubes. Whether the ovulation is separate or from the same ovary is irrelevant. Regardless, if two sperm end up fertilizing two eggs, we have the instance of dizygotic twins. These two zygotes travel down and embed into the endometrium like normal. They are both fully functional and viable fetuses and develop their own amnion and placenta. It is also worth mentioning that because two eggs were fertilized, their genetic materials are not the same. This would be considered a classic case of fraternal twins.